Welcome in, Gemini. Welcome in. This is your reading for today. Excuse me, March 22nd, 2023. So this is also timeless reading. Gemini, I'm using the Oracle of Dr. John Dee as a foundation, along with the talisman. And Gemini, for those who resonate with Gemini, have it in one part of your placement, or just like Gemini, wherever it falls in for you, Gemini. Here is what we're going to be using, which is the map that I have right here, talisman, which is just center. This right here is going to be your center. This is your north. Over here is the west. You really can't see it, but on this side is your east, and then this is your south. Each one of these represents a different aspect of your life and your journey. So we're going to begin. We're going to see where you are in each one of these areas. Then I'll go to the book, give the reference for the foundation of your reading, and then I will come in and I will clarify what it means for you in these different areas where you're at right now. Now, let's start with your center. What part is in Gemini center right now? Gemini, you are in the Hippocrates. And this represents a goal position. So you could be dealing with some health issues or just think about your well-being and your harmony right now in your center. Now let's go directly into your north. Your north, you have the astronomer, which is the red astronomer, and that's Johannes Kepler. Must be the inventor of the Kepler cards. Kepler. So that is the astronomer. And the astronomer is about perceptions. And this is in your work and influences area, which is the north, work and influences. So let's see what you got, Gemini, going on the west side. Flip this back around so we can shuffle. So we can come out balanced. Make sure there's no time going. Okay. Now, what is going on in the love and inspiration area for Gemini? Gemini's love and inspiration. What's going on? You have the gold astronomer. So again, you're working with perceptions. Perceptions of love, some kind of way you're perceiving it or how you're being perceived right now. And let's go into your west side, which is your well-being and your health. What is that showing up? It's showing up the gold astrologer. The gold astrologer is futures. So futures in your health and well-being. What about yourself? What do you have? You have the gold historian. So the gold historian is about the map of life. So let's go in and let's read what's going on with you. So let's start with your center. And in your center, you have the physician, and it is the gold physician. So Gemini, with the gold physician in your center, it says, how did you come to this point? Who or what helped you or blocked your progress? If you can follow the strand of your life to this moment, you will be stronger and more assured. Even if you don't believe that anything is preordained, you may yet become aware of links and parallels between crucial points in your journey. Recognizing these can give you insight into the next step to take and affect your state of well-being. So that is your center. So we got a foundation that you're building on right now is the physician. So well-being. But this is in your general and your personal area. So that's your harmony area, your core. So at the core of your priorities right now is your well-being. So universe is acknowledging that you're working on that or calling attention to you to be working on that. So let's go to your east, the well-being, so we can narrow this down. So the well-being, you have gold astrologer. And so gold astrologer is about futures. So you're planning things for your future, and you have Simon Forman as your card for this one. So with Simon Forman, it says, consider how everything that surrounds you, whether it be individuals or groups, places or possessions, is part of a whole. Remember also that life that in life, your health and well-being are not separate from your surrounding circumstances, but are drawn into a greater pattern which you may or may not be aware of. Look for hidden renaissances, resonances, okay, like resonating with people and places that make you feel more complete. Raphael asks, what brings you the deepest sense of connection? Okay, that's a good one. Let's go, Gemini. I'm gonna get these points. I know it doesn't block the camera, but they just sit there. So anyway, yeah, we already clarified that. Let's go up north. Up north. Oh no, where went there? Let's go south. But that threw me off. Go south. Yeah, let's go south. Because I don't want to go to the love influences yet. Let's go south. Because this is leading from here to there and then go there. And then see how that affects that. Because this is right here where, let me read it again. Consider how everything consider how everything that surrounds you, whether it be individuals or groups, places or possessions, is part of a whole. Remember also that in life, your health and well-being are not separate from your surrounding circumstances, but are drawn into a greater pattern which you may or may not be aware of. Look for hidden resonances with people and places that make you feel more complete. And this is Raphael, and Raphael asks, what brings you the deepest sense of connection? Okay, so let's move from there and move to your south. In your south, you have the historian, which is the map of life, and that's the gold historian. So the gold historian, which is in your south, Gemini, is saying, recording your aims and ambitions, either in writing or speech, can bring fresh understanding and awareness to your daily life. It can also point the way forward and help you organize your thoughts. Consider the most natural seeming shapes and patterns you seek to implement, and be realistic in your interpretation. Don't pretend you can advance when you very clearly cannot. Michael asks, what patterns can you see in your life? Okay, so then we move from there and finally into the love. So that's why it's going that way. What kind of patterns do you see in your life? Because you think about the future, this is the future, and then we end up talking about love. So in your love and inspiration, you have John D. It says gold astronomer. So astronomer, let's get to astronomer. Yeah, the astronomer is a scope of the oracle. Astronomers are dedicated to perception, to observing the effect of one aspect of life, the action of an individual, and the expression of one source of energy upon each other. They can help us to recognize the importance of such influences and remind us to be aware of the moments of decision or change. So you have the gold astronomer in your west side, in your love influence. So this gold astronomer, Gemini, it can be a good thing to look more deeply into the reason for attraction, both in your partner and in the aspects of life that most inspire you. The bringing together of two beings, as with the marriage of elements in the alchemical process, can be both productive and challenging. Remember to look beyond the flashpoint of love or inspiration towards potential development in future. Gabriel asks, what part is paved, or what path is paved by your love and service? Okay, so that is in your west side. So I'm going to go over that again, but not in depth, like reading off of the book again. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and clarify these cards. So first, I'm going to start off with the newest cards that I just got, Gemini. Let's see, Gemini. Let's start with your center card. Yeah, maybe you're juggling. Well, that's interesting, Gemini, because you end up with the Two of Pentacles card, and then after you got after you got, hope you're not arguing with somebody. After you got this card, no. Okay, Gemini. After you got this card, you got the Two of Pentacles. After you got the Two of Pentacles, you got the Emperor card. Then you end up with the Three of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So that's what these cards that came out. But I don't want those cards because that's not what I asked for. Okay, that's all right. Let's find out why you have this goal position, which could very well be that. But let's go back. Goal position. Goal position. Hermit. So healing. Moving on. Which would make sense. Physician and Hermit, which could be the healing part. What about in the west side, which was the gold astronomer? And astronomer is about the perception. Why is this card perception card coming out? Clarify the perception card for me, please. Perception card is clarified with the Five of Wands. Difficult situation. Maybe lack of communication or poor communication. Well, what about this North, though? What does this North represent? Page of Wands. A new step coming in, a new offer, new work. Yeah. But even this wants to come out and further clarify that for you, Gemini, about having this with the astronomer. Because astronomer is about the perceptions. And now looking at to this new offer that's coming in. Yeah, it's going to be a very fruitful one. And it's maybe even more than one offer coming in. It's going to be well established. It will help you establish yourself. With this Page of Pentacles, stepping into a new position, like I said. Yeah, then you have maybe higher clients. You may start off with small clients. Start off with small adventures, work, little promotions. Yeah, Nine of Wands. Finally, to the point where you are ending something, start fresh. Maybe going from living from paycheck to paycheck to be able to start having savings. Yeah, if you're into the in the industry, whatever industry you're going to star in something, to be going and getting advanced quicker than you think. Because the more work you put in, Gemini, the Wheel of Fortune is saying that she's going to come back to you. Higher level. It's going to take a lot more work, but it's going to end up being something that's going to be just as easy as it was for them to see and acknowledge you. Yeah, now the burdens will be lifted and you'll be able to handle whatever you're going to feel and leave us there. Now, let's see what is the clarification for the health and well-being. Why do we have this for the health and well-being? So for the health and well-being, you have been worried. You have been worried with this astrologer, because astrologer is futures. Worry about what your future is going to come in with, but that's before all this came in. And now, but you still held on and you kept going. Because of that, you're stepping into another position, higher level, and things are going to be more clear for you now. Now, oh yeah, and then you have some more options on being able to be secure in the future. So let's go to the South, which is your intentions and directions. That's clarified by the Emperor. Yes, like I said, coming into a better position in life. Two of Pentacles, being able to balance things out. Yeah, moving from the past and into a new, new journey. Coming with experience and coming with knowledge. Well, let's clarify these cards though. One more time. Let's see, what is the center? Clarify the center. Yeah, the vision. You hold your vision. And then you got a better vision of yourself from what you went through. Yeah, because even in this love and in inspiration, all these cards came out and they're speaking of the offering that what you did was not in vain, as far as being loved, and that you came about peace with the Sin card, and all that was done to realign you who you are, and then you're gonna have a lot of choices as far as love is concerned. Now, with the work in the North, work and influences, you have miracles. So things are changing, working out for the good. And then it says that vision that you have, continue to keep it. Now, yeah, so with the East, just go. Almost kind of like just do it. So it's working out. Go with what you're doing because you're healing. Let's go with your healing. Now, let's get down to South. And you have clarity and legacy. So you're setting a new foundation in restoration. So this restoration that you're going through is based on the goal physician with the Hermit card and this vision. You have the gateway vision, seeing yourself moving forward after the healing. And in a love situation, you have astronomer, which was perception, which is not bad. And because of the way that you presented yourself, you had no way of knowing that was going to be conflict, but you went ahead and still kept going anyway. And you don't get upset or feel bad about the offerings or how you were giving, what you were giving, because it was meant all for the good, because it's for your healing and the other person's healing, because it was meant for you so you can be realigned with your spirit. And now you have better choices and better options. Hi! I'm doing something different. So I'm doing each zodiac sign. So right now I'm on Gemini. So Gemini, in your North, as I was saying, you have the red astronomer. With that red astronomer, you have the Page of Wands. So things are coming in with you in your work and in your influence area. It is work and influence. So that means, Gemini, you can have a lot of offers coming in. Yeah. So you put the work in, and because you put the work in, these offers are going to start presenting themselves to you. And you've got the Three of Cups, some really good, generous offers. They start off as Pentacles. You start off presenting yourself, then here comes the Pentacles. Now here comes the deeper offers, one that are near and dear to your heart. So there's going to be different types of offers, but they're all going to be something that you've worked and trained for. Because then you have this Page of Pentacles, and then you have this King of Cups, and then you have this Knight of Wands, and then the Star. And from that Star, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And then from that Wheel of Fortune, you have the High Priestess. And from the High Priestess, you have the Ten of Swords. Oops. Then you have the Queen, the Ten of Wands. And then I clarified those and brought in these miracles are part of the vision, which is a part of your journey. So let me get back to what I was trying to do before my phone call kept trying to come in. So I can give you what this means, Gemini. So again, Gemini, let's go back. So in your work and influences, you have the astronomer. And the astronomer represents perception. And with that perception came the clarification of how you're going to go about with all these good things coming in, is that you've already placed things out there and you're open and ready to take your vision. You want to take your vision, and then you want miracles. You're going to make miracles happen, which is really basically something that you've already trained for. You got the skills. You're stepping into this power. You're taking what you've learned from the past, and you're moving forward with experience to be able to continue to step into this position that you have worked hard for. You have the Three of Cups. And there's offerings that start from the beginning. Once you step out and you start reaping what you're sowing, because now you could be stepping into celebrity status or just step into a higher position with whatever career, whatever, if you're an entrepreneur, you work for someone else, you're going to be able to take all that experience and use it to promote yourself. And then you have this King of Cups because that experience is shining. And this Page of Pentacles, you could be starting new adventures, but you're starting it with knowledge and wisdom. So now let's get over here to your east side, which is your health and your well-being. You have the astrologer. And with this astrologer, you have been worried. But it's saying don't worry. Balance this out, Gemini, because you can. It's mind over matter. And you have to reestablish yourself by putting in the work. Put that fire behind you and be determined. Because then you have this Ace of Swords, knowing that you have to be prepared for the future. In the Seven of Cups, you have more options that's coming forth, or maybe more things you're going to be able to do. And it's going to take you being able to just go into this healing. So this healing is helping you in the future, in your well-being. So now in the future, which is your intentions and your direction. Your intention and directions came up with historian. So it's the map of your life. So with this map of your life, this gave you to help you to level up. So it says don't lower yourself, lower your standards, because you know exactly what you need to in order to be able to balance yourself out with the Two of Pentacles card. And the clarity is in knowing by experience and setting forth a legacy for yourself. So that is for Gemini. Thank you for listening. And again, thank you for taking the time to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Looking forward to you guys in the future. Stay blessed.